T. Oh, there you go. Okay. No, that is oven. That is oven, not Coben.
Not Coben.
Okay. Okay. So, you already revealed 3 heroes from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you place your meeple there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And where are you placing it? Are you placing it to add to?
No, you told me, Panda Angel, you always give it to the person with the
That's
highest
true.
score.
That's
okay?
true. That's
So, Wildcat,
true.
if you're gonna blame anyone, it's Panda Angel.
That I love her. It was seeing collection.
It again, but not only did she do it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that just says I'm
Actually,
going
we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart. Okay, dang.
Chance T. Oh, there you go. Okay. No, that is oven. That is oven, not Coben.
Not Coben.
Okay. Okay. So, you already revealed 3 heroes from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you place your meeple there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where are you placing it? Are you placing it to add to?
So cute. They're little manatee heads that you're gonna have floating around. I was like, that's. I mean, a bag of manatee heads does not sound cute, but when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute.
Let's give Panda a hand. Yes, all the applause,
Yes,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, thank the Academy, thank your friend. You've earned it.
Yes, after 109 episodes, I finally got it timed perfectly. That almost worked. I gotta really find out where my box cutter went to. The ceramic one I bought. So this is a snake one. Reel in your destiny. So basically, you're trying to grab the snake, but not. I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC. So
No, you told me, Panda Angel, you always give it to the person with
that's
the highest
true.
score.
That's
okay?
true. That's
so, Wildcat,
true.
if you're gonna blame anyone, it's Panda Angel.
That is, you're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Okay. And as with all Oink games, can you put it back into the box?
That's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag.
Chance T. Oh, there you go. Okay. No, that is oven. That is oven, not Coben.
Not Coben.
Okay. Okay. So, you already revealed 3 heroes from the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you place your
Pew, pew,
meeple
pew.
there,
Mhm.
right?
Pew,
Where are
pew,
you
pew.
placing it? Are you placing it to add to?
Dang.
It again, but not only did she do it.
I do want to go to Breakout Con. It's the
Panda
and Phantom
Show.
That was a seamless transition for the first time. I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC. So, and I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray, and I could like spot her because she's so tall. I love her though. I love her. It was. But when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute. Seeing collection.
It again, but not only did she do it.
I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC. So, and I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray, and I could like spot her because she's so tall. I love her though. I love her. It was. You're trying to grab the snake, but not the eels. Okay. And as with all Oink games, can you
Yep.
put it back into the box?
That's
But-
that's the game after the game.
Exactly. So there's a bag.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
I do want to go to Breakout Con. It's the
Panda
and Phantom
Show.
That was a seamless transition for the.
No, you told me, Panda Angel, you always give it to the person with
That's
the highest
true.
score.
That's
okay?
true. That's
so,
true.
Waffle, if you're gonna blame anyone, it's Panda Angel.
That is so cute. They're little manatee heads that you're gonna have floating around. I was like, that's. I mean, a bag of manatee heads does not sound cute, but when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute.
And then you place your meeple there,
Mm-hmm.
right? And where are you placing it? Are you placing it to add to chance T? Oh, there you go. Okay. No, that is oven. That is oven, not Coben.
Not Coben.
Okay. Okay.
And I was just taking a picture. Oh, I took a picture of this because I thought it was funny. Everyone's so short except for Ray, and I could like spot her because she's so tall. I love her though. I love her. It was seeing collection.
It again, but not only did she do it again.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that just says I'm
Actually,
gonna...
we're gonna go back in time since you put the starting soon screen on. So we'll just start this whole thing again.
That was for the VODs. I'm gonna cut it apart, okay? Dang. After 9 episodes, I finally got it timed perfectly. I do want to go to Breakout Con for Game Jams, but the problem is that it's at the same time as TCTC. That was right on top of my forehead. Sorry, scrolling. But yeah, I love TCTC. So, but when you put it, you know, on the cards, on the things, they look very cute.
No, you told me, Panda Angel, you always give it to the person with the
That's
highest.
true. Oh, no, that's not the scene I want. That's also not the look that I want. Hold on, everybody. Hello, everyone. This is the right scene. I'm Amanda Panda. Welcome to my channel. And here with me today, I have my special guest.
Galen McCown of Galen's Games.
Okay, it's Galen
Yep.
McCown.
Galen. You got
Galen,
it.
Galen McCown. Oh my gosh, I'm
McCown.
trying to
Yeah.
learn
Everyone
everyone's
understands.
names.
You're good.
Can you say that for me one more time?
Sure. Galen McCown.
Galen McCown. Okay.
That's it. You got it.
As someone that's on 2 podcasts, and I have to say the designer's name, now I'm gonna force every designer that I cannot really know for sure how to say their name to say their name for me. And then I'll be like, this
Makes
is how you say it for But yes. Welcome in. I don't know why, but I want to say Galen instead of Galen. But this is... He has a mid-tin 2 set of games, all in the little mint tins, the Altoid right size tins. And we're gonna go through and try to teach and play as many of them as we can. And there's 4
Good goal.
in the series 2. There's 4 in the series 1, correct?
Correct.
And it is going to Kickstarter this Tuesday, series 2. I have pinned it in chats for you all if you want to check them out after seeing them. I do believe that, and I'll show them, but you can buy like 1 or 2 games, or you can buy the whole series. So it's gonna be fun to see how far we can get going. But first, let's go and say hi to everyone in the chat. Welcome in, Mayor of Canada with the dad joke. Hello, Legends and Phantom
Yes.
Meeple. Welcome in. Professor Galen Top Card Archaeology. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that episode. We've actually, my wife and I have been watching the old Next Generation. We've been going through that. So just a few weeks ago, I saw that one.
Oh,
And
that's
then, of
cool.
course, in Star Wars Rogue One, one of the main characters was a Galen, and so it's odd to hear my name, but yeah, it was cool.
It's Celtic, right?
Yep. It means little bright one, and then there's also the famous Greek father of medicine. There was a Galen from Greece as well.
Oh, cool. Welcome in, Myra. Legend says I need to hear David Turchi pronounce his name because everyone says David, but it's David. Oh, it could, yeah,
Ah,
yeah, that's true. That's true. If I could get to Spiel this year, I'm just gonna go around and have them record saying their name. So that everyone should say it correctly. And then I'll put it on BGG. This is how you say his name correctly. Oh, welcome in. Thank you so much, Cosmic Beat, for the air horn noises. Mary Canna says, no longer an Etsy bought some card holders. Nice! You are just popping your cherries all over the place. Sorry. Hello and board games. Small games are the only games I'm buying this year. Well, you need to check these out then. They're so small. Like, come on. Like, yes. These are all small games. So yes, and you gotta go check these out then. 7 streams straight. Thank you, Legends, for streaking. Chiri says, hi, just passing because I'm on convention right now. What convention is going on in Mexico right now, Chiri? The ad says I have room for those. That's right, right?
yep.
Yeah.
That's one of the many reasons I make these, because at conventions, I don't get that excuse that, oh, I got the luggage, I can't fit it. If you have a pocket, a fanny pack, you can fit it.
Yeah. Yeah. You need to work with what's his face from what's this one from? Modern Meeple, I knew it. And then see how many of your games can fit into his fanny pack.
I gave him, you might see it in the ads going around, actually. I gave him Series 1, and he's used them advertising with the fanny pack. So I don't know that we answered that exact question, but at least those 4. So, yeah.
Are you gonna do what Button Shy did and make a little bag just for your games eventually? It'll fit like the whole
I
series.
actually, I should have brought that up. I did, with the first series, I created like a little zippered container that actually holds 6 games, knowing that I was going to do some expansions for those original 4. So I do have a really nice zippered case that fits 6 games, and it fits the little mini dice trays in there as well. So
That's so cool.
that'll be in the Kickstarter as well. Yep.
Yeah. Mary Hannah asks, which of the Mint games have you bought so far? I'm guessing he's asking Anne. But these are different from. There was a whole series of Mint tint games as well, but I don't think it was you. It was someone else that did it too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
no, I had mint. What was it? I had a few of them. It's been a while. I know the red one. They were thicker
yeah.
mint tins, but yeah, and they used their kind of big thing was they always had little mint pieces in it. Was one of the
Yeah.
components. Yeah, those were
Yeah.
cool.
I don't think they're doing games anymore though, because they
No, they've been gone.
did a worker placement, they did a pick up and deliver, and maybe one
Mhm.
other game, and then I haven't heard from them since. So, Chiri says in Mexico, La Conve. Oh, now that sounds French, but an anime, K-pop, gaming, comics, and board games convention. How fun! How
Nice.
fun. Anne says these would be good in that vending machine game thing. That's true. So I don't know if you've heard, but this guy took a vending machine and filled it with card and board games that are small enough to fit into a vending machine, and put them in bars and tea shops, boba tea shops, and stuff like that. And then people could buy a game, learn it, and play it there.
No, hook me up. That sounds great. I spoke to somebody that had, if not that exact concept, something similar at PAX Unplugged, but I think they were trying to sell me something I could do that with the games. But I'd be more than happy to have my games in something like that. That'd be neat. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I
What a great
agree.
idea.
And I think they had like a monitor on the side that you could actually do, like watch a video of how to play right there and then. If they don't, they should have. But
That's
usually
so
there's
cool.
QR codes
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, that would
okay.
absolutely work with the ring thing. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. Um, Cherry says, and on this year, Mexican wrestling too. Mexican wrestling at your convention? That sounds fun. Oh, you should play the Rowdy Partners, which is trick taking with the Mexican wrestling theme. That'd be fun too. Mary Cannon says fanny packs are most commonly called belt bags or sling bags now, especially when worn across the chest. Other modern terms include hip packs, waist bags, or bum bags, popular in the UK because fannies mean something else. These rebranded stylish
Fair.
pouches are popular for their convenience and hand-free versatile functionality. That's very true. Thanks for the factoids, Mary Canada. Legend says games with me today: Moon Colony, Bloodbath, Crafting the Cosmos, Night of the Ninja, Flip 7, The Veil of Eternity, and All in Predictions. That's a good series of games. Very nice. Very nice. So I want to say Galen again,
Wrestling
but
being
it's
in the back
Galen.
of the event. Feel free either way. I've run across it. So, I have friends, from Europe and the UK, and I think it is pronounced Galen over there. And so, I just grew up in my little Irish family here, and that's how my mom said it. So that's how I tell people what it is. But, I don't think you're incorrect in saying it that way, and it won't bother me hearing it that way. So feel free.
Okay, I'm gonna try to say it properly, but it's probably not gonna happen all the time.
Mhm.
But when did you start getting to modern board gaming? Like, were you a family of board gamers?
So, uh, a bit, on my dad's side, we would every holiday at my nana and papa's there, they were really big on card games. So we would, every variation of poker. I at college I did a lot of euchre and pinochle. So like a lot of card games were a big deal. I didn't. I learned about modern board gaming from my wife when I started dating her around 2011. She's a grad student here at Syracuse, and she had a bunch of other grad students, and they were way into board games. And so my introduction was games like Dominion and Thunderstone and Small World, and it kind of blew my mind what was going on. I had no idea that world existed. And since that time, I've obviously, well, not obviously, but I've gone a million times deeper than she has. Obviously, getting into game design and publishing, but that was the start.
Like, okay, that's interesting. Have a great time, Cherry. Uh, enjoy the convention. So, did you what did you publish your very first uh design game, or like, because you self-publish games right now and you
Yep.
publish other people's designs, but you design games as well. So your first design game, did you self-publish it or was it uh published through someone else?
Oh, well, my first published game was definitely, actually, no, I guess technically I did have something published by another publisher before I self-published. So I'll parse that all out. I had my friend John DeCampos of Terrible Games. He's done a number of cool little games, but one's called Token Terrors, and he had this idea that so in the game you get all these cute little minis, and they also sold extra packs of these minis. The idea being you could use them for D&D or other things as well. And he said, hey, I'm have these little cool bubble packs, and I've got a little bit of room in there. And he put it out there to people, if you want to design a solo game that could fit in there, that would be amazing. And so I took him up on that opportunity, and I made a solo game for the Elves faction. So that was technically my first published game. Yeah, there's Token Terrace there. So those little green elves, I made the solo mode for that. So that was the first thing that came out. And then for me, I first game I ever started designing is a game that's still not out, and that I'm going to come back to eventually. That got me going. But my first published game, self-published, was Super Snipers, and so that was a whirlwind of a trip. Yeah, go ahead. You can bring that up there. And so this is a Tetris to the death is my super quick way of describing it to people. So this is a polyomino game
Mm.
where you're using polyomino pieces to isolate innocent bystanders and trap that little red guy there until you can take him out with your bullet piece. It's simultaneous turns, or you can play it real time with sand timers. So it's a game of very high pressure, a lot of asymmetrical characters, really, really cool art by my good friend Was Yang, who is also the artist for Mint Max this go around. So yeah, so that was the first thing I did, and took it to Kickstarter and started a business and learned a lot of things the hard way. I'm still very proud of it. I have sold out of it at this point. You can still find it some places. I'm not sure about second printing yet. I do have expansion material eventually, but yeah.
That's so awesome. And it looks like you
Thanks.
have a bunch of games under your belt that you've designed, but
A
also
few.
Galen Games also have a bunch of games and expansions under them as well. If you want to
Yep.
check all of them out, the website is also in the chat for you all. And today we are going to be going over the Mint Series 2 games, though. And
Hmm.
it's a variety of games with a lot of different styles and themes and mechanisms. So I always ask designers what their favorite mechanism is, because I always wonder, does that affect what games they decide to design or work with? So what's your favorite mechanism?
That's interesting. So as a player, probably deck building would be tops for me. I really love deck building, and I have yet to design one or publish one. So doesn't always fit that way. Some of the other mechanisms I really really love. I love dice drafting, dice placement, dice in general. Anything with dice is a lot of fun for me. I love bluffing and push your luck. I think those are always fun too. So, but I'm pretty open. Yeah, there is a variety of play styles, variety of things going on. Kind of the tie-in is less thematic and mechanical and more experiential, right? They're all,
Mm-hmm.
these very portable games. Learn in 5 minutes, play in 20 minutes is the pitch for most of them. I will say MintMax breaks that rule a little bit, but we'll explain that later. So yeah, I like to have a variety of things. I love being at a convention and you can come up to my table and, at some point I'll have 8 games instead of the 5 I currently have, and something's going to speak to you. You might not care about the mechs, but you might love football. So who knows?
That is true. That is true. And so that's really cool to have like a line of games that kind of anyone can find something that they love. Right? So the
Yep.
first game we're going to teach and play is Kickabout. And
Hmm.
it is a soccer themed game.
Yep. Yeah, the designer of this one is he is English, so it's a football game officially, but yes, soccer for the rest of us. Yes. Yeah, like all the games, it's a two-player game. It does have a solo mode. This is by far the lightest of all the games. Yeah. Do we want to jump right in?
Yeah, please.
Okay, cool.
Which
All right. So I'll give the teach here. I'm gonna just bring some cards out on the table to do it. So yeah, in this game, um, each player has their own set of these cards, right? So there's a 1 through 5 that are the player cards, and then you have your shoot save card. Okay. And the way the game's going to work is every turn we're going to determine who's the attacker and who's the defender, and that's we've done by tossing this coin. So there's no tossing in TTS, but if you hit the R button above this, it should it should
randomized.
randomly select. Yeah, exactly. But to just give a quick example how it works. So each turn, let's say I'm just going to give an example as the attacker for the teach. I'm going to be playing a card face down from my hand, any one of the numbered cards. So let's say I do the 2, and you're going to be doing the same thing. I don't know what I'm grabbing here. Okay, so good example, right? and then we reveal them at the same time. So as the defender, you're trying to figure out which card I'm playing and match it. And if you do, hey, you've stolen the ball away, right? So we're gonna flip this over. You would have possession. This would stay out because this card has the ball, and I would take mine back. And now you're going on offense. Now, if you hadn't matched, let's say instead I had played that 3, you're going to get to take that back into your hand, and then we're going to play another card face down, etc. So at some point, you're going to play some cards. Let me just use this as an example, and I might play my shoot save card. So at the point that you play the shoot save card as the attacker, you're going to be attempting a shot on goal. You're going to roll a number of dice equal to the number of passes you made. So 1, 2, 3, right? That's 3 passes. So I would roll 3 of these d6s. Whoops, one too many there. And then the number I'm going for, anything, so the last card I played, whatever the last number card I played, that number or below is going to be a shot on goal. So for example, let me just roll these 3, see what happens here. All right, so all shots on goal, 2, 3, and 1. As the defender, if you played your save card the same time as I shot, you're going to roll 3 dice. If you played it early, if I faked you out, you thought I was going to shoot with that 4, it stays out of your hand and you only roll with 1, and otherwise you roll with 2. Okay, so let's say you roll with all 3. I'll just again kind of go with the example here. All right, so matching numbers block, right? So the 2 would block that 2. And in fact, if I had more than 1 2, you would block all the 2s.
Okay.
The 3 is going to block the 3, but then the 1 is going to get through goal, and I'm going to take one of these goal tokens. As a defender, if you roll a 6, you can use it to block any 1 die. So you would be able to stop me there. No matter whether I score or not, we pick the cards back up and possession changes, and we start the next round. That's really pretty much all there is to it. We'll play, and when somebody scores, I'll introduce the advanced action cards because that makes more sense when we get to that point. Was that fairly clear? Do you think good enough to try it, or do you have questions?
So for this card, if you play it and I don't, I have to roll 1 die. If we both play it, we both roll 3 dice. And if you play
Go ahead.
And if you play it and I played it too soon, I only roll 1 die?
Yep. So the second 2 were correct. So if you don't play it at all, you're going to roll 2 dice. 2 dice is kind of the default. You get an extra die if you play it at the same time, and you lose a die if you play it early.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, yeah, there's a little bit of, obviously you want to shoot with a high card at the end, but, knowing that you know that, I may try to bluff you. So let's give it a shot, and I can, answer your questions as we go too. Yep, you got this guy back. There you go. And yeah, let's all right, I'm going to randomize this, and it is you. So let me get my dice out of the way here, and we're both going to play a card to the center.
And I'm trying to get higher than you in order to keep possession of the ball?
Nope, you just don't want to be matched. And so in the beginning it's a little bit of a luck, but also, you get to know people after a while and maybe what they do. So go ahead and you flip it.
We matched.
Hey, so I get the possession. Yep. So it comes back to me.
Uh-huh.
You take this card back to your hand.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And now this stays out. So that is a pass for me because I stole it away. So now you're going to try to figure out what am I going to play next. All right.
Oh, I was thinking that.
All right. So you take your 4 back because I might still play the 4 next time.
Oh, so even though mine was a higher number, in order to take the ball away, I have to play the same number as you?
Yep. Only the matching numbers are going to steal away. So the longer I keep passing, the more likely I am to get caught out. But also, if I do shoot, the better chance I have on goal. So, all right.
Ah, I got you.
Nice. Okay.
Oh.
So that 5 stays out for you.
Uh-huh.
And now we're playing again. Yep.
Okay.
So that's a pass. All right.
Interesting. Ah.
Oh, all right. Okay. Going 5 to 3. Oh. Oh, okay. But you're probably not going to want to shoot with that one. Now, here's the question. What are you going to do? All right.
Yep, you got me.
Hey. All right. So yours come back to you. And now I've got the ball. Yep.
Oh, we keep doing it until someone wants to shoot, huh?
Yep. Until somebody gets
Oops.
that shoe card. So just like a real soccer game, it's going to go back and forth a few times, and then the shot's going to happen.
Okay. Ah.
Ooh.
Oh. Are you? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah. I knew it. I should have done it, but I didn't do it. I knew it. Okay. So I get
So I'm
two.
Oh, go ahead. Yep, you get 2 dice. Now I only get 2 dice. I'm taking a chance, but everything 5 or below is going to be a shot on goal. So I'll go ahead and roll mine. I don't know why they roll so low. Okay. All right. So only that 5 is good. Whoops, I'm not meaning to pick up my cards. And you block the 5. So you get the save, and now the ball goes back to you. Yep.
Okay.
You got it. All right. And we start a fresh one. So I tried to sneak one through, but it did not work. All right. Let's see. What are you going to do?
Aha.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Just going to move these over a little bit.
Ha.
No.
Did
Nice.
it.
All right. All right. Let's see. Where are you going to go from here? Hmm. Come on, flip. Sorry, I'm having. There we go.
Ah.
Oh, shooting with a 4. Okay. So just one die,
Uh-huh.
and 4 or below is the shot on goal, but it might work. Let's see what happens. I'll roll my defensive die.
Oh, I got
3 gets
one.
through. Goal. So you got a goal.
No. I psyched you out. Wait, does this go back in my hand? It does, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, everything goes back in the hand, and then yeah, possession goes to me, and you get the goal. So I'll quick explain too. There's a bit of a timer mechanism for the game too. So even if you didn't score, we would like discard one of these so that there is, we'll just play to 2, and which the probably nothing will happen, but just in case there's a lot of no goals, eventually we get to a point where it's sudden death, and it's determined that way. Um, I'll show one more thing really quick. We
Uh-huh.
don't need to play with it, but just so people know that it's here. So we're playing the base game, which is perfectly fine. After you play the game for a while, you might want to add these, and these are like a bit of a catch-up mechanic. These are advanced action cards. So, when Amanda scored the goal against me, right, I would randomly bring one of these into my hand, and I can play them just like I would another card. And so they help you do special things. So like when you shoot, for instance, if I play this, it works just like a shoot card. But if I roll the number of the last pass I made, it's an automatic goal. It can't be blocked. Or the keeper rush, if I play the save card at the same time that she shoots, I get to flip the token before anything happens, maybe get the ball back even before she shoots. So it lets you do kind of tricky things like that. And then there's an overall rule that you can always just discard one of these to re-roll a die as well. So I won't complicate our game today, but just so people know those are in there as well, to keep it fresh after lots of plays.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. All
How
right. So I got possession. Go ahead.
like do people watch where people place their cards in their hand, or do people always shuffle? Uh,
That's a great question. Yeah. So one of the things you learn to do for sure is every time you put a card back in your hand, rearrange them or put them under the table and move them around a little bit because, yeah, sometimes even if you're not trying to do it, you might do something like that. So that's a very good point. Yeah. Which
okay.
actually I will take an I'll do that as well. Then. All right, there we go.
Yeah. Liberty gibbets. Oh.
Okay.
Liberty gibbets. No. Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Well, is that your good luck chant? What is it?
No. Whenever we have to flip cards, I've started to
Yep.
say flibbity gibbets. Ready? Flibbity gibbets.
Liberty Chip.
Yay!
No. Ah. Gotta get a good shot in here. Okay, your 4 stays out.
How well do you know me? Haha.
Not well enough yet.
Ooh.
Ooh, now,
Oh.
what
Oh.
are you doing? That's the
Oh.
question now. Let's see.
Y'all are seeing on the street. Okay, right. Ha!
Oh, okay. Oh, now I'm okay. So I can only assume what do we have left here? Well, just in case you're gonna try it. No,
Yeah.
you're gonna shoot. Okay. I only roll one die against you. You're rolling 4 and 3s or above. Or 3s or lower, sorry.
Yeah. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
it's
can
gonna
block
work,
them.
but it was
Let's
fun.
see. It was well played. Yeah, I thought you were gonna shoot at that 5 for sure.
Ooh, two
And the 3,
threes.
I can block one of them, but I can't block both. Go. All right.
Yes.
And you win game number 1.
So
So this is a really, really quick game, bring to pubs or on an airplane table or kind of wherever. This is really meant to be very, very simple, very quick, and some fun mind games. And there is a solo mode as well.
nice. Okay, let's see what we should play next. I think the next
Sure.
one on the Kickstarter list is Warp Drive. We're
Hard
gonna
drive. Yep.
we're gonna keep hard drive, not warp drive. I can't hard drive. We're gonna keep mid-max for the last, but let me load up
Yep.
hard drive.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, there we
It's
go.
the title originally was Breakaway, and then with the theming, which is kind of a Tron style game. That I love that title. It's just got that dual meaning. It's a hard drive, but it's also like a literal hard drive. So yeah, so this one's hard drive, like all the games, 2-player game with a solo mode. This one thematically, it's kind of think Tron, where we're avatars in a digital environment, racing to hack the mainframe, be the first person to hack the mainframe.
Hack the
Okay,
flame, hack the planet. Yep, yep, yep.
I'm
You're
just gonna
old
put
enough
these
to
on
know
here.
that movie, right?
I do, yes, 76 for me. So.
Yes.
Um, I was actually, speaking of old enough, I got a very late Christmas present, but it was an unopened Pee Wee's Play Pack, like a Topps cards thing that had like a bunch of collectible cards in it from 1988. I just
What?
opened that with my 6-year-old, and she was fascinated, and we went and watched Pee Wee's Playhouse, and it was like the coolest thing. So,
Oh, that's so
and
funny.
she loved it. Yeah, it was fun. Takes me back a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, task at hand, though. Yeah. So in this game, right, we're gonna be racing, and after an equal number of turns, the first person to cross the finish line is going to win. So I'm going to cover that really quick. So you can see we got these cards out here, and basically there's some with this little start line on it, and the rest of them they're all dual sided, and they're just kind of randomized and set out. But the way the game works is we're going to be moving along, and as a row of cards becomes empty, it flips and goes to the top of the course, right? So, and then we're going to drag everything down. So the start line becomes a checkpoint, and then the next time it shows up, that's the finish line. So that's how long the race goes for.
Okay.
So that's one of the features. And then, yeah, let me talk a little bit about how you race. So on your turn, you're going to be rolling the three black course dice. You'll also roll the red overclock die if your overclock is cycled on, and that'll make sense in a minute when that happens. But in general, you're rolling these 3. I'll just use your guy as an example right now. And you're going to be using them, assigning them to move on the course. So consider this all one course. This card's connected to you. So right now, the spaces that are next to you are here, 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 and here. The pink spaces are logic gates. They're normally they're obstacles, but occasionally there'll be things that allow you to jump on top of obstacles. But for now, those are the spaces you can go to. And
So
what you
it's
can do is you can assign.
diagonal is
Go ahead.
okay. Diagonal is
Yep.
okay, orthogonal. You'll never go backwards though, right?
No, I can't see a situation where you would. Maybe you could if you wanted to, but probably not. So right now, you got some good options. You could spend the 4 to go here. You could spend the 2 to go here. I'll cover it right now. You also, on your card, you have this charge level that's going to start at 2. It can get as high as 4. You can always spend a charge to change any die up or down by 1, right? So you could change that 4 to a 5 if you wanted to, or the 2 to a 1, etc. You can change a 1 to a 6 and a 6 to 1, so you can roll it all the way over with that as well. So you can spend charge, I am going to fix the reference card so there's more information on the back, but for now, yeah, it's just got those on it. And then the other thing you can do is you can always discard a die to gain a charge. So if you really need a charge, change another die, you can discard a die. But, just to give an example, let's say we did, kind of the 2, you would go here. And so you can see some of the spaces have things on them, right? So I'll cover those really quick. I'll start with the simplest ones. So this symbol is charge. In that case, it's 2 of them. Sometimes you'll see 1. If you land on charge, you gain that many charge on your console card over here. This is the overclock. So when you get on it, you cycle your overclock. So if it's off, it goes on. And if it's on, it goes off. So you might want to avoid it once you have it on. But if overclock is on at the beginning of your turn, that's when you roll the extra die. It doesn't change anything during your turn, but it matters at the beginning of your next turn, okay? So that's what overclock does. The thing we actually landed on, this is mod. And so we have a stack of mods up here, and I'll just show for an example. You would gain 1, and these allow you to do like special one-time things, right? Move straight back 1 space and draw 2 additional mods. So they may do things that help you or affect your opponent, but basically, you can play those on your turn, or if it's obvious that you can play it, some other trigger, it'll be on there when that's possible. There's a little reminder here at the end of your turn, you can only have 2 mods in hand at the most, so you have to discard down. So that's what mods are. And then the last thing are these routers, and those just simply push you in the direction they show, right? So if you go here, boom, you immediately get pushed to this one.
And then do you activate that one as well then?
Yep. Every space you move through, whether it's your turn or not. So I'll cover bumping really quick too. If you want to go into your opponent's space, you can, but you push them in the same direction you're going. So if I were to move into this 2, I would knock you here, and that would cycle your overclock, which might be good or it might be bad. So you're always pushing people in the direction that they can go. If they're up against an edge, you just push them into a space of your choice adjacent, but always forward if possible.
And
then,
sorry.
go ahead.
The pip value on the die is the space that you can go into, or the number of spaces?
The actual number of the space you go into. So that 2, spending that 2, like spending it, would allow you to go to this number 2 space. And again, you can adjust them a bit. The other thing you can do in the game, it's called drifting. So if there is a number adjacent to you that is the same as the number you're on, so right now you're on a 2 and there's another 2 here, you can spend a charge to immediately drift, which would go boom, boom, right? And then you're there. So you can really pull off big combos if you have the charge to be able to do that. And you can do that at any point in your turn. Yeah, and you spend your dice until you're happy. Like I said, you can always turn 1 in for charge, and then it's going to go over to the other player. Okay. One more thing, and we know the game. So, those are the basic rules of the game, and then there are these hack cards, right? So there's 5 of these cards. They're double-sided, so there's 10 possible ones, lots of different combos. And at the beginning of the game, you pick 2 hacks. So one of the things you'll notice is the number 1 doesn't appear anywhere on these tracks. You can use a 1 to activate a hack and do the special things. So, for example, if you spend a charge, you turn this 2 to a 1. And you're somewhere against an edge, you could say, okay, I'm going to clip through the wall here, which says move off of your space and move onto the other side 1 space up. And hacks always overwrite all other rules. So you could actually use that to land on top of a logic gate, for instance, which is not something you could normally do. Efficiency algorithm. If instead you spend it here and say you can drift to the same, which is normal, drifting is always spending an energy, but you can also drift to higher numbers, right? So if you spent your 1 here, you could now drift, I'm going to drift to a 4 by spending an energy, and now I'm going to drift to a 5 by spending an energy, and now to a 6, but now you're stuck because there are no higher numbers. So it kind of opens up the possibilities. Using these intelligently really helps you win the race.
So for that example, you had to spend 3 energy, right? Because you drifted.
Yeah, you would have to be able to spend 3 energy. Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
Cool.
And that's the game. You want to each roll a die, see who goes first?
Sure.
Oh, there we go. 1 it is.
Yeah.
2 it is. All right. So you get to go
I
first.
tried rolling it a different way.
So just a reminder, if you cross the finish line, we still get an equal number of turns, and it's whoever's furthest past.
Okay.
So you're aware. Okay. But yeah, you get to roll those three black dice and take your turn.
What is the automa for? It's for solo, I'm guessing.
Yeah, for solo purposes, yeah, there's a really simple autonomous system, and yeah,
So I am going to put this down here for now. I have a 2, so I'm gonna go up here, and then that allows me to draw a mod card.
Yep.
And I got redundant data. Activate a hack.
And so you don't
Better.
have to do that now. You can
Okay.
choose when to do it, but you also could if you want to.
Oh, that was a 2.
Yep.
And activating a hack means one of these 2 cards?
Correct. Yep.
But I needed a 1 die to do that, right?
Normally, but this allows you to just do it. So you
Oh,
could technically activate a hack twice because there'd be no one filling up the space potentially. But yeah, so
interesting.
sometimes mods let you. Everything kind of lets you break the rules in different ways. So yeah.
Hello, Jason. Happy Sunday. We are having a nice weekend going through and playing a bunch of games. So that's gonna be fun. What have you all been playing? I know a lot of people are at conventions right now and also playing games together. So what have y'all been playing lately? What have you been playing lately, Galen?
Honestly, preparing for a Kickstarter, not much. But prior to that, yeah, there's so many things I cannot wait to play. I'm so excited to get back to playing again. Um, this household, we play a lot of the Star Wars deck building game. So we got the
Mm,
Mandalorian expansion for
nice.
Christmas, and so that's been exciting. That's the thing we probably play the most of. Like a lot of designers and publishers, I'll tell you, I play test a lot more than play.
Yeah.
So my own games and other people's locally. I recently got the Mage Knight Apocalypse Dragon expansion, and post Kickstarter, that's gonna be one of those things I do when there's that week when I don't talk to anybody. I'm really excited to dig into that.
Cool. Okay, so I am going to drift uh
Okay.
because of that, which
Mhm.
automatically gives me that, which then I get to
Yep.
do this. Then I'm gonna play
You
my
got it.
4 to go here. And then I can drift again, right?
Yeah, which is a good
Go
move, right?
here,
Yeah.
which
Yep.
automatically goes there, which gives me 2 energy. And back to
Yep.
that. And then that is a 6, 3. I'm gonna. Oh. I could activate 1 and go up 1. I don't want that too. um, and that drift would cost me energy, and then that would give me another mod card, though. I'm gonna just use this 2 to give me another energy for. And that's my
Okay.
turn.
Cool. That
There you
sounds
go.
good. All right. Here we go. Now, up now.
Hey, Deadpan,
Good
welcome
turn.
in.
That's a lot of spaces. All right. Let's
Yes.
see. I think I'm gonna spend the 5 to go here. Cycle my overclock on.
Yep.
I will. Let's see. 2. I'm gonna follow a little bit in your footsteps here. Boom, boom.
But now you
Unfortunately,
cycle it
cycles
back
my
off.
overclock. Exactly. If I can get it back on before the end of my turn, all is well. But that is not necessarily possible. And then I've got a 6. So let me go ahead and do the 6 to get the mod and see if that helps me do anything special. Move yourself sideways to your opponent's column or your opponent to your column.
Oh,
Um, I'm not gonna. It's
that
not
would
useful
help
for me
me.
right now, but I'll hold on to that. Yeah, no, it just bump you for 2 more energy. I'm
Yeah.
good. Man, I can't believe I lost that overclock. But okay, so this time you do get to roll with a red. Yes, yeah, exactly. We get to do the cool thing here. So yeah, the course can really change a lot every time you play.
Yes. Okay, so I get the red die as well now.
Yep. Yeah, it spends just like the other ones. Yep.
Deadpan, Jason, are y'all playing anything fun this weekend? Oh, okay. Where am I? Oh yeah, I have to look back down here. Is the green numbers mean anything or no?
Only in the solo mode. So yeah, that's something purely for the
Cool.
solo mode for now. Just treat it like any other space.
Okay. I'll shoot. Could cycle it off, but that doesn't do anything to me. And if I have too much energy, I don't get to do anything. Right? Oh, but then
Say,
that's
sorry,
gonna.
say it one more time.
If I get 2 energy and I'm at a 3, I just don't. I lose the last one, right?
Correct. You know, that said, if you want to spend some energy to change a die that you know you want to change later, you could do it
Oh,
now
that's
and make the most of that too.
true. Let
Yeah.
me see. Calculations, everybody.
Yep.
Oh man, I don't necessarily want to go this way, but I might need to. I will go ahead and spend this one, make it a 2.
Okay.
Okay, so then I'm gonna do this one, go here, which gives me back my 2. I will use this one to go here. Ho 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 ho. Hmm.
I can
Hmm.
see one
Okay,
cool
okay.
move, but go for it.
I'm gonna go here. I know it turns it
All
off,
right.
but
Yep.
I can use this. Ooh, I could go off the edge. I could go off the edge and go there. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna use this mod to activate
Okay.
the clip through the wall. I don't have to
You got it.
spend a energy, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's
Okay.
just automatic. Yep.
And then I can spend this too. Man, I'm gonna have to go this way.
You're
Um,
fine.
but then
Okay.
I'm and then I just lose that energy. Uh, but I do lose the red die, but that's okay.
All right. Here I go. No overclock, just the 3 dice. Thank you. Oh, let me lock that there.
Let me
There we
lock
go.
that.
Yeah,
You
I
do
gotta
it.
leave more space apparently in this mod. I locked it, yeah, so it stayed on. Oh, oh, maybe only you can. I forget. I'm so used to hosting my own games. All right. All right. So for
Oh,
whoops.
oh, oh. Just messing with
All
everything.
right. All right. So 4 1 1. I definitely like that 4. Let me go ahead. Well, wait a second. Is that because I could end up on there. Drift. You know what? Let me try this instead. I'm gonna clip through the wall. So that goes here. That's gonna get me a mod. All right. Move your opponent 1 space in a direction. Okay, I'll think about that in a minute.
Rude.
And then I am going. Let's see. And then I can do. I'll change that. It's expensive, but oh wait, no, that's not what I want. Yikes. Hmm. All right, I'm gonna change that 4 to a 3. Go here, which is just gonna bump and keep me where I'm at. And then I've got this one. I could
Now, can you
see.
activate this twice or only once?
Nope. Yeah, because there's a 1 on it. I can't. The exception is if you have something like this,
Ah,
because
got
that space is
it.
not filled up. Um, I don't love where I'm at, but all right, I'll live with it. I'm gonna take the energy for the last one. I really wanted to turn my overclock on. You know what? Actually, I take it back. I will spend that last energy, change this to a 6, and move over here so that
Oh,
I have the extra die next time.
so
Not
it
the most efficient thing.
rotates
Yeah.
1 to
Yeah,
6 and
you can go
6 to
1 to
1?
6 or 6 to 1. Yep, you can
Okay.
do in this game. You can do that. And then let's see, and there's the last one there. Yeah, you got it. Cool.
And hello, everybody. Welcome in. Jason is playing Eclipse Solo and Stratomatic Baseball. Yeah, I think like there was been I'm missing. Oh, there it is. There was a trend of doing sports games like basketball, baseball, soccer, golf in board game form, and then now it is casino games in board game form.
Mm,
So we had the horse racing roulette from AG that I'm forgetting the name of. Y'all in the chat will always be able to tell me. But I've play tested a couple more, so Jason's found Stratomatic games are pricey, but if you play them, they're good. Okay, good to know. I am going to use one of this to change that 5 into a 6, so I can get out. Which then turns my thing back on. Another
Mhm.
5. But I could drift, so I'm gonna spend 1 to drift here. Then I'll spend this 1 to go here, and that was a mod card.
Yeah.
See what I got. If move 1 space in any direction, if it's even. Oh, if it's even, move 1 space in any direction. If it's odd, move your opponent 1 space in any direction.
So
Okay.
just quickly, we're gonna change the iconography on this. It means the space you're in. If you're in an even
Ah.
space, you can do this. If you're in an odd space, you can do this. The dice were confusing as icons, but yeah, will be
um,
fixed. There's a few things like that in here.
I can. I don't want to go. Oh, I no, that doesn't help. I can always change it to a 2 and go out that way. Because I'm not on edge and I don't want to drift up to that 6. So yeah, I'm gonna. Ooh, if I spend 1? No, I'm gonna just take it as a thing.
Okay, you got a bit of a lead. Yeah, you've crossed the first checkpoint. So okay, and I finally have my overclock on.
So how many
So hopefully
checkpoints do we
this
go through?
just one, and then the next time it shows up, it's the finish line.
Ah, got it.
Obviously, if you want to, you can make it a longer game, but that's the standard. All right, so I got a little bit of a tight area here. All right, I'm gonna need. Let's see what I can do here. I can. I'm in a terrible space to use that. I'm gonna need some energy. Oh, this is bad. Well, let's see. The 2 will take me. And we're in the same column, so that doesn't help me much. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do something mean. Although it does advance you a little bit, at least it'll turn your overclock off for next
Rude.
time. So I pushed that. At least I pushed you forward, I guess. All right, let's see what comes out of this. I'm going to go 2, knocks me back, get another mod. And then we'll see if this works. Glitch, move 1 space in a direction. That is helpful. I'm going to spend that
You want to
right
go forward,
away.
right, into that too.
Yeah, yeah. But infinite loop there. And
Yeah.
then 4 will take me here. And then let's see. Can do 5. Can I take advantage of this? Not especially, because I don't really have energy. And the clipping the wall is not helping either. Okay, I guess I'm going to spend that to gain an energy that I'm immediately going to use on this, which is going to get me an energy. And I think I'll hold on to it as opposed to drift. I can always drift next time. So, all
Okay.
right. Here we go. And we'll.
So you, I wouldn't like. I'm looking on TTS and those neon greens are hard to read the cards. So I'm looking at. Let me pull up the actual cards. They're much easier to see in person, I think.
And we're also that is on my
It
list
is
of
okay.
things that's going to be changed for the final. We're going to outline those numbers a bit too, because yeah, they
Yeah.
still can be a little bit tough. Really quickly, the automa, very simple automa, but one of the things you can add is this password die, and the basic idea is like you set it at a number, and as you're going, there's only one of these green spots on every card,
Uh-huh.
one side of every card, and as you hit them, you reduce the die, and you have to reduce it to 0 before you get to the finish line, or it becomes a firewall and you lose. So it's just a
Oh,
way to
okay.
add challenge.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Um, Easy to add into. I love automas that are easy to add into the games. Hey,
Mhm.
Time Roller, welcome in. Okay, let's see what. Okay, I'm over there. Well, I do have a 4, so I'm gonna use. Oops. Let's just use this 4. Run here. Get another mod. I'm now on an even. Oh wait, hold on. This
Mhm.
says cycle overlock for you or your opponent. I mean, move 1 space in any direction now that I'm even. I do have a 3-4, so I kind of want to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna move 1 space here, then use that 3 to go here to get an energy, and then use that energy to drift, go here to get back that energy. um, and then I have a 4, which I can spend. I can go for a 6 because I can spend 2 to turn that 4 into a 6. And then that's gonna cycle me on, and then I could cycle you off and just, you know, return the favor. So let's go ahead and decrease
Ouch.
that, make that into a 6. I'll do this, put mine on. I'll use this card to turn yours off. And that's
Ouch.
the turn.
Okay, no overclock for me. Ooh, this is looking rough. I will say there is so quickly you could see if you had gotten all the way to the edge and you still had dice to spend.
Yeah.
In other words, you would have to cycle the cards on to continue the track. That's called a breakaway. So that's an automatic win if you were able to do that. Which
Oh,
who
did
knows?
not
Before the end of the
realize
game,
that.
you might pull off. But I don't think you could have
I
quite done it.
could.
But it's rare.
I was
It's
one
rare, but it can
away.
happen. So it's
I was
fair.
one
Yeah.
away. Oh wow, Yahtzee.
Oh, that's terrible. All right. All right, we'll do the best with it. Let's see. Well, I got to turn one of those into a 6. So I'll do that and spend it, and then I'll cycle my overclock back on at least. And then I can, let's see. You know what I'm actually going to do? I don't know how well this works. I'm going to use this to move myself into your column, which will put me on top of that. And then I have to.
I don't know
Wait
if
a
that was a
second.
good thing. Maybe don't do that now.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay. All right. Instead, oh, I'm just really hurting for energy here. This is bad. Okay, I got to spend 1 5 to get an energy just to spend it to turn this into a 4. And I'm still not off this card. I am in danger. So, all right, take it away.
Oh
I'm in
man, that
bad
was
danger
really
right
mean timing for me to do the overthing.
now. I got
I
stuck.
didn't realize how bad that was good, but that was also the roll. It wasn't just me, y'all. It
Yep.
was the roll.
Oh yeah, no, 3 5s is
Oh,
bad. And
yeah. Okay. So I'm
yeah,
definitely
all you
using
got to be able to do is
1.
get to an edge.
Yeah.
and you get the breakaway because I am on the end cards that would flip up. So,
Yeah.
all right, game 2 to Amanda. Wow. All right.
So I move forward. Oh, okay. Autosave, that's fun. Okay, so that was hard drive.
Yeah.
I really like
You can
that
see
one.
everything's very thematic, like all the names of the cards and the little things going on. There's a lot of kind of nod, wink, wink to people who know that language from the designer. So
Yeah.
yeah, this one's by Stefan Barkow. Yeah.
And then our
Last one was
third.
by Evan Wilcox. I should have said that too. Yeah,
Yes, please do credit the designers, everybody. Okay,
absolutely.
so the next one is That's an Order.
Yep.
Can you give us a little synopsis of that while I change the game?
Sure. So I'll start this time with the designer. So this is designed by Jonathan Carnell and Ryan Sromek. These are the guys. If anybody deals with the Game Crafter at all or getting games off there, these are the guys from Crossbow Games, and good friends of mine. Very, very great designers. Excellent. They make just great 2-player games. There's a lot of games they make that I love. In fact, one of their games, Scuttleball, was the I took and I kind of riffed on that to make Dice Clash, brought them in as co-designers, and that's one of the Minton games from the first series. So this is one of theirs. Again, it's a 2-player game with a solo mode. It's kind of an advanced war style game. The setting is World War II. This is a programming war game. It's very sandboxy. There's a lot of opportunity for you to, make this game into whatever you want it to be. We're gonna, play the first suggested scenario so that I can teach it, but I'll, near the end show you everything else that's in it as well. So yeah, as a programming game, let me here. I think I probably gotta get to there we go, different color. There we go. All right. So each one of us is gonna have a hand of cards here, and we have the same cards. Hers are obviously blue, and mine are red. And these are the cards you're going to be able to play. So actually, let me first start with setup. So this is the suggested setup. These terrain cards are all double-sided. So one side is always plains, the other is either mountains or forests. So you have a large variety of maps that you can set up. And then our bases are where our flags are, and these are our soldiers. These are the guys that are going to be moving around the terrain, and these are our reserves here. So the game, the way it works, every round there's 3 phases. There's a command phase, an action phase, and a cleanup phase. So the command phase, you're going to pick 3 cards from your hand. So in the beginning, we have our whole deck in our hands. So we got 8 cards, right? After the first round, you're only ever going to have 5 cards in your hand, and that'll make sense in a little bit. But you're going to be playing 3 cards face down, left to right, and those are your commands. When you get to the action phase, you're going to be doing those commands one at a time. You're going to reveal, back and forth between players and do the commands in the best way you can. So deploy allows you to add a soldier to your base, wherever your base is, right? Fairly simple. I'll skip over to move. Move gives you 3 movement points. So the way movement works, you have to move orthogonally. You can't move diagonally. And planes only cost 1 point to move into. Forest costs 2, so you could go 2, 3 like that, and mountains cost 3. So that's what the different terrain costs. If you have multiple people on the map, you can split up your points, right? So you could be like 1, 2, 3, etc. So that's your movement points that you have to spend. And then there's the attack. So the way attack works, and you got to pay attention to this too, is that if I am sharing a space with my opponent, I remove all of their soldiers. So it doesn't matter that she has 2, even if she had 5 here. If I did an attack, I could remove all of them in a space that's being shared with my soldier. So you have to be careful of that. Quick thing about movement too, there's engagement in the game. So this red soldier, if I'm on a space where my opponent is, I can't move off of that space until they've been defeated. I can't just move past her. I'm stuck at this point. So those are the basic actions. Then there's at ease, which does nothing, which sometimes is exactly what you want to do. And it also helps optimize your hand, which will make sense a little bit later. And then there's that's in order, the name of the game here. So when you play this, all it does is flips your token over to this side, which and at that turn doesn't really do anything, but on future turns, when you're programming, when you're doing your command row, you can place this on top and it'll do the stronger version of these 3 actions. So if you have that's an order on a deploy, now you can airdrop. Now I can bring in a soldier on a space next to a soldier I already have in the field. Attack becomes bombard. You can actually take soldiers out 1 space away from you. And move gives you 6 movement points instead of 3. Okay, so that's what the actions do. Let me talk about win conditions, and then I'll explain the kind of cleanup phase in a second. Win condition, there's 2 ways to win. One, you're on your enemy's base, and say I played the attack this turn. You're on the enemy's base by yourself, you win immediately. The other way is to have no enemy soldiers on the field. Even if they have them in reserve, if I wipe out your last soldier that's on the field, I win immediately. Yeah, so that's the game basically. Cleanup, let me just describe that really quick. So, after you play your 3 cards, they're going to go into a cooldown pile on the side, right? So you're going to put these over here. And now I've only got 5 cards, right? And so what'll happen is after I play my next 3, they'll go into the cooldown pile and I'll pick up the cooldown pile. I'll get these back. So there's a little bit of a rhythm to that and a little bit of a knowledge of what your opponent played and what's possible. So if I see her play both her move cards, I know she can't move again the next round and I might be able to take advantage of that. But yeah, that's basically the game. This is the first player marker. It goes back and forth. So whoever has it is going to be revealing their command first when it's your turn. But otherwise, that's pretty much the game. Does that make sense?
Yes. Now these cards won't
Cool.
flip during a round, right?
Nope. Yeah,
Okay.
no, this is static at this point. You can lock them down if you want to. Yeah, they are what they are.
For TTS
And
purposes.
yeah. The other thing I'd say is, so there is a rule basically that whoever has first player token does their command phase first. If nobody has a that's an order token, it really doesn't matter. But if they do, it does a little bit because it gives me some knowledge. So you're first. If you did have it and you put it on your first thing, I'm thinking, oh, I know what she's going to do and I can react to that. But, right now we can just basically play simultaneously until we both picked our first 3 actions.
Okay. And we do have one on our base at the beginning.
Yep. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. Yep.
Mhm. And okay. Oh god, that's interesting. Okay. Do I don't know? I don't. And then that's an order. The star only lasts one turn once you use it on something. And you have to
Yeah,
use it
once
on
you
the
use it, it
next
flips
one?
back over. Nope, you don't have to. You could hold on to it, but when you use it, it just flips back over.
Okay. Okay.
All right, and you reveal your first one first because you've got the first player marker, and yep,
And it is a
deploy.
deploy. So I just
Mhm.
add one here.
A very common first move. I'll do the same thing.
And then movement. So I have 3 moves. I am
Yep.
locked in the forest though. That was not a good choice. I'll go over here.
Okay, sounds good.
That was
All
2
right,
plus 1.
yeah, that's an order. Yep. So,
And I did that too.
all right, and now I move. All right, now what do I want to do though? I think I'll do 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
So, first player marker passes. The 3 you played go into a cooldown pile to the side, and I command first technically. So if I play that's an order, you do get kind of an idea of what I might be trying to do before you play yours. That's up to you. I think I will. Let me think here. I'll do that. I'm going to play it. So, whatever my first action is, I'm doing the advanced version of it.
Oh, I gotta hold on. What was the thing? Oh no, that's not the thing. Trying to remember how to do the thing. Nope, that's also not the thing. Ah!
It's Alt on a PC, Alt Shift
Oh
or
shift, that's what
Shift
it was.
Option. Yeah. Sorry, and I just looked. I shouldn't have, but I already picked mine. Won't change. But yes, that's funny.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, but then I want to do that as well. But okay, so maybe. Okay, now I have to figure out. You're gonna go first,
Yep.
so most likely that's gonna happen. Which means that I kind of definitely still need to do that, and then I'll do. Then, okay, and then we can do this. But then, is this what I want? Okay, yes. Okay,
Something super quick here.
I'll put that there. Yeah, I was trying to. If y'all don't know, I was trying to look. It's called peeking, and I totally forgot
Yep.
what that was. Yeah. Okay, you're flipping first.
All right. I'm flipping first. I'm doing a airdrop deploy, and
Yep.
I will do that. Let's see. Do I want to do the mountains or do I want to do?
Is it adjacent or you may place
Yeah, it
your
has to be.
adjacent to?
I think
Okay.
I think I'll do the mountains.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
see if I regret it later, and then that flips back
No,
over.
no
Okay.
regrets. I was thinking of doing the same thing, but I thought I had to do it on top of, so it's fine. We're gonna just
Oh
place
no,
one.
yes.
That was just me reading it wrong, but it
You
is
would be deep in enemy territory if you did. Yeah. All
onto
right.
your
Let's see, and
base or
then
adjacent. Yeah.
it's movement. So let's see how it works out. 1, 2, and then I just got to let the 3 go. I'm good.
Okay. I also moved. Oh, but you're gonna attack me? Oh my god. You're gonna. Uh-huh. And if I move into here, you're just gonna attack and kill everything. Uh, and
Maybe.
and then I
Go for it.
forgot. I forgot. Okay, that's fine. I am just going to go ahead and put this here. Okay.
Okay. All right. And then I am going
Yes.
to attack, but I will just get 1 soldier, and let's see what you did for your super
I also
thing.
attacked, but I super attacked.
So you can get my soldier right back then. That's
Yep.
good. Yeah.
This one's going back.
Nice.
Wait, did we just
Yeah.
take it off the board?
And
We're
you
never
get
gonna.
to Yeah, you get to basically keep it. It doesn't
It's a
it doesn't go
trophy.
back to the reserve. Yeah.
Okay.
You got it. All right. And so draw back up anything in your cooldown pile and then make your new cooldown pile. And you are first this time.
Okay. And then these are for advanced mode, I'm guessing, these tokens.
Yeah, not exactly advanced mode. I'll describe them. I mean, I could take a second now before we play this round. So there's a lot of stuff to play with us in this. So, this is a recommended first game kind of thing. These are called landmarks. So they do a lot of different things. Like, if we put these on the board, for instance, they're mines. So the spaces are treated as adjacent. So, from this
Oh.
space, I can move to this space as if it were right next to me.
Uh-huh.
These towers allow a normal attack to attack one space orthogonally and a bombard to actually go two spaces. So
Mhm.
they extend your range when you're attacking. The villages work basically as a second base. If you're there alone, you can deploy out there, and you also can't lose the game while you control it, while you have a unit on a village still. And then the neutral flag is for there's a King of the Hill mode, there's a capture the flag, and also you can make up your people are encouraged to make up their own stuff with this too. Very sandboxy. So yeah, those are all options in the base game. The only other thing in the base game is there's a bunch of different solo opponents. So there's a solo mode you can play too.
Okay, cool. And then if I do that's in order, I can't play it on this round, right? I have to play it on the
Correct.
next
Yep. It can only be done during the command phase. So if you flip it over during the command phase, it's too late. Or the action phase. Sorry, it's
one.
too late. You've already done the commands.
Okay.
Let's see, I think. Hmm. Let's see what happens.
Okay, starting with me.
Okay. Yep.
I am going to move over here.
Oof. Okay. Well, that changes my plans. I'm also moving, but not him apparently. I guess I'm jumping up in these mountains. All right.
Okay. Attack!
Ah. Ah. Okay. Another red guy bites the dust. That's an order.
Oh, there it is. Okay. What did you? Oh, you did that's in order. Okay.
Yeah, I did. That's an order. Yep.
I always do that last because I don't know why you would. I guess you would have to see what other people are doing to
Yeah, there's kind
decide.
of like way to beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna play my at ease for this one just because I wanna
Oh, so that then you can
let
have more
through.
cards. Yeah.
Exactly. More options. All right. And then I get first this time. Okay.
Hmm. 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 You are gonna go first. You might
And
do
I am gonna
that,
do.
and then I would not want to do that. Hmm. So if and I'm always gonna do this, but if you do that, then I have to do that. But then you might do that, and then that won't. This is all my thought. But then that won't work there. But then I could do that. Okay, okay, okay. Um, and my friends always be like, "Well, can you tell me what you're thinking? Because then I can know what to do." Okay, so if you do that, then I'll do that. If you don't do that, it's still fine. And then I'm going to do
Mm,
this.
sorry. Let's see.
And then if I did that, I could get that. But if I did that there, um, do that. And then double checking myself. Yeah, 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 yeah. And then I could do. Would that work? That might work. I'm gonna still do that anyways. So we'll see. Okay.
Okay. So I will tell you, if you didn't play attack as your first card, I got you. Let's see what happens. So I'm doing double time, 2, 4, 5. But if you attack me, I'm screwed.
Haha!
You knew it. Ah, okay, got it. Nice,
But I thought
nice.
you were gonna
Ah.
hit this guy here, so I was planning on this guy and not that guy.
No, because of course. Oh, it's back to me for the second one, really
Oh,
quick.
sorry.
But
Yeah.
yeah, no worries. Attack that goes nowhere, right? That was going
Yeah.
to be the game winner if I was there alone, but nope, didn't work.
Uh,
All right.
and then
Oh,
I'm
you got
gonna
to
go
airdrop. Ooh.
there.
Oh, and you're first next time. Yep. Oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm. Oh, not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
necessarily.
No. No.
Actually,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
did. I did protect my base at the very end. So. Oh. Oh. But then. Uh, all right. So you're going to be first. I concede because I know you're going to attack
Yeah. And I
and
have
win.
attack right
So,
here on
well,
my discard, so I can actually use
yeah,
that.
no, I
Yeah.
could see it right in the cooldown. I knew you had it. So that's the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of fun. I think it's to my taste, it is a programming game, so there is a little bit of that ridiculousness of like, hey, this is what I was hoping would happen, but it didn't happen. But I feel like it's a lot more tactical and controlled than something like Robo Rally, where
Mm-hmm.
kind of the point is that things go ridiculously, that you do have some control here. So
Yeah.
uh, well played, very close. Yeah, I described these really quick. There is also like a ready to go expansion for it too,
Mm-hmm.
called the General's Toolkit. So there's like more landmarks kind of things. You add bridges and caches and bunkers, and then there are individual units that are like special units that you can add. Each play you can replace your normal soldiers with them, and there's like one of each. So they do different things. Like the infantry here can move another unit with them when they move. The armored can only be attacked from the space they're on. Cavalry can move diagonally, and the airborne can kind of do an airdrop for a normal deploy, or they can drop with another person for an airdrop action. So lots of cool stuff with that. And then the other big thing that it adds, so again, a lot more kind of sandboxy kind of stuff. Takes a little bit to get through this mess of stuff. Come on. Yeah, right. That's all. Do. Come
That's
on,
it.
where is it? Ah, there they are. Okay. I went through the wrong one. And then there's these tactic cards. So these each player gets one in the beginning, and basically what happens is you start with one of these activation tokens on, and when you play your at ease, which normally does nothing, you get another one, and you can spend 2 to activate your unique power. So you might be able to do things like switch around 2 cards in your opponent's row, or
Oh.
flip over, or sorry, build a landmark onto a space that's not out there already. All sorts of cool stuff. So there's 7 of those as well. So it really expands the options. Oh, there are also new land tiles. So deserts, which you have to end your movement in. You can't move out of a desert that you moved into. Lakes, which are impassable. And then, let me grab this one. And then marshes, which you can't stay in. You can move into, but you have to move out. You can't end your turn there. So adds
That's really
make
cool.
bigger maps.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. It's fun.
Yeah, Jason. If you like programming or skirmish games, definitely check that. And it's such a small box too. It really is so tiny. So, and then this is with the expansion. So, very
Yep.
very portable. Um, yeah, if you like games like Undaunted as well, I think this would be right up your alley. And now we're gonna look at the very last one. In the
Yep.
series, it's Mint Mex.
Mint
And
Max, you got it.
yeah.
So this one is my design, and this one I'm breaking a little bit of my own rules. The first series and everything we just played absolutely fits in that learn in 5 minutes, play in 20 minutes. This one is a little bit of a heavier game, not crazy heavy, but trying something different. People did mention that they wanted something like that. So yeah, are you happy? Do you want to be a Titan? Do you want to be a Falcon or a Jaeger? You can do whatever you want.
I have no idea. Hold on.
All right.
Let's
I'll
go
just
ahead and do this so y'all can see it. Okay, what are the different factions?
Okay, so you can be right now on your side, you've got a Titan, there's a Jaeger that you can be, or you can be a Falcon. So this is kind of like the heavy mech and does lots of extra damage, but you really got to be careful about overheat. The Jaeger is really good at kind of resource management and staying cool, and does more damage as their opponents take damage. And then the Falcon is like the light mech, can actually fly around when they're at full overheat. So yeah, whatever like looks the coolest to you is.
I'll stay the Phoenix Rising, the Titan.
Cool. All right, I'll go ahead. Actually, yeah, let's play light versus heavy. I'll run the Falcon then over here. There we go.
That's the Jaeger. This is the Falcon.
So yeah, the way just quickly, like, thank you. Yeah, I'll throw this over here so we can see it. There we go. The way the game works, because obviously, you know, Mintins, there's only so much space. So on the back, there's basically 2 Jaegers on one side of each of these cards, and on the other side is either the Titan or the Falcon. So you can play Jaeger versus Jaeger, Jaeger versus Titan, Titan versus Falcon, and Jaeger versus Falcon are the possible matchups with the way the cards work.
Okay.
So yeah. So Mintmex, I'm gonna swing around on your side to kind of demo everything as I do the teach. Like I said, the teach will be a little bit longer, but not crazy. So in this game, you know, it's the future, 2584. We've really messed up Earth, but there's this one surviving biodome. And so mankind's only hope is in miniaturization. We've shrunk ourselves down so we can live inside this biodome. And we have giant mech battles every year to determine who leads the surviving colonies, right? So that's what we're fighting over. That's what's happening thematically. And you can kind of see on the map too, there's like kind of like a kid's room. There's a Pokeball and a Dreamcast, and you know, just little things in there. So we're supposed to be small. Yeah, actual game. These are little acrylic pieces with the art that you see for the guys. I right now haven't figured out how to do that in TTS, so I know it's possible. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, so on your turn, you know, we've got this little card here that tells you what to do on your turn, and you can see it says pick one, either move and place a die. That's what that says there, or you can pick any 2 resources. Most of the time, you're going to be moving and picking a die, but I'm going to take a minute to go over what the resources do, just so that everything else makes sense. So down here is your resource tracker, and you have 3 resources you're tracking: armor, fuel, and overheat. So armor, let me shrink these for you. I made those too big. Yeah, armor basically absorbs damage directly. So as you take damage, you first reduce your armor, and if you're out of armor, then it starts coming off of your health, which is over here. Okay. Fuel is what you're going to use to move around the map, and that'll make sense in a second. And then overheat is something that's going to be gained as you're moving around, as you're using weapons, and especially as you're running sequences. So you can see you have this track here. So whenever you gain a cool, which is one of the resources you can gain, you're going to reduce your overheat, right? So when you get a fuel, it goes up, armor goes up, cool reduces overheat. When you're at full overheat, if you get overheat, you're going to take direct damage. It goes directly off your health, not your armor. So you got to be careful about that. But also, while you're at full overheat, you activate your mech's unique ability. So there's sometimes an incentive to stay on the edge of overheat. So for example, you know, for the Titan here, at max overheat, any attack that causes damage will add an extra damage. So you just do more damage. But be careful, because you could definitely kill yourself with overheat as well. So that's what the resources do. So yeah, like I said, most of the time you're going to move and place a die. So movement, I'm going to come up here to the map. You can see the spaces are all the circles, and there's paths that lead to them, right? So for each fuel spent, you move through a path to the next space, right? So if you spent 1 fuel, you could go here. If you spent 2, you could go 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, etc. However many fuel you want to spend, you're going to move to that space. As you move through things, go ahead.
Is that a space?
Yeah.
Or no?
Nope, that's a path, what's called a path bonus.
Okay.
Sometimes good, sometimes bad. So the little hexagons are things you pass through. So as you pass through these, you get them immediately. This one gives you an overheat, which is obviously not good. This one, the only other one you'll see, recharges your teleporter, which I'll explain in a second. But basically, you're going to spend fuel and or use your teleporter, and wherever you end your turn, wherever you decide the last space you're at, you're going to gain that bonus wherever that is. So if you ended your turn here, you would gain an armor, right? If you ended it here, fuel or cool, one of the 3 basic resources. So You're thinking about where you're going, both in terms of that bonus and also the die you're going to get, which I'll explain in a minute. So teleporters, the space is we start on, and one space on each of the cards, as well as in the middle here. These are teleport spaces. And your teleport token, you can flip at any time when you're on a teleporter to move. If you were here, you could do it, and you would move to another teleporter automatically. It doesn't cost any additional fuel. And then you would have to recharge it by walking through one of those paths before you could use it again. So far, so good?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. So that's how you move. At the end of your movement, like I said, wherever you move to, you're going to gain that bonus, and then you can pick up a die that is connected to your space. So these little red things are die generator connectors, right? And I've already, you're going to pick up one of those dice, and you're going to be able to place it on your mech. So the die you pick up has an immediate effect, and that's on the back of your little thing here. So black gives you armor. Blue cools you down, green gives you fuel. Again, those three basics. And then there's two special ones. So the red die, the icon's incorrect on here. Basically, picking up a red die gives you an overheat, but you can change that die to any number. Normally, you have to keep the number that you're picking it up at. And then the purple die, when you pick it up, you can change it or any other die that you've already placed on your mech up or down by 1. Okay, so they let you change the numbers a little bit as you do that. So for example, let's just say you picked up this 6, right? You would, like I said, you'd immediately gain an armor, and then you would place it into one of the placement spots on your mech. Okay, so you've got these 4 systems on the outside, and you got the 2 on your mech. And the box that's next to where it says placement is what you get, right? So that, for instance, is the damage thing. So if you placed it here, you would do 2 damage, okay? If you placed it here, you would gain 2 armor or 2 fuel, etc. So most of the iconography, damage, armor, fuel, cool, all probably makes sense. This one means push. You'd also be able to push my guy after you did it. And this one up here means gain an upgrade, which I'll cover really quickly. If you gain an upgrade, there's these cards over here that have 2 sides and multiple orientations. If you wanted to upgrade one of your cards, you would pick it, you'd put it underneath, and it would basically tell you, from now on, when you activate this card, you also gain a fuel, right? So you're just making your mech more efficient. And so there's a bunch of different options there. So yeah, that's what happens.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
For the push, do
No,
I have
you're
to
good.
be near you?
No, so that's actually a good segue into range. So there is range in the game. It's fairly simple. Melee works just a little bit different. So your attack ranges are shown. You typically have a medium range weapon, a long range weapon, and a melee weapon that you have to worry about, the ones that do damage. So if you're and the way range works in the game is basically melee means you're 1 space away. Medium means you're on the same card, no matter how many spaces away you are. And then the red one means you're on a different card. Okay, so that's in range. Now, if you're out of range, all it means is you do 1 less damage.
Okay.
But then the other tricky thing is, so you think about, well, how am I hitting you out of range with a Warhammer, right? So melee weapons work just a little bit differently. If you hit me out of range, if you hit me in range, nothing happens. You do full damage. It's done. If you hit me out of range, you're actually going to throw it. You're going to put this tracker down, and now you have to pick it back up before you can use it again. So you can do it.
So it doesn't come
but you
back
gotta,
to us like Thor's hammer.
a little bit it does. So what I'll say, I'll be talking about sequences in a minute, but basically, if you were to activate this card again and the melee tracker wasn't there, instead of doing anything else, you would suck it back like Thor's hammer. You would get it back, but that's all it would do. So it's a little inefficient, but at least you would get it back. Okay, so that's all that stuff. Now numbers, why do we care about numbers? Because the other thing you can do on your turn, besides move and gain things and gain resources, is on your second turn. So you can take a second action by overheating one. You overheat one, and you can take a second action. Most of the time, you're going to want to do that. One of the things you can do for your second action is run a sequence. So I'm just gonna come up with an example here, and we'll put these back in a second. So I'll do this for an example, okay? So when you run a sequence, you're going to be able to play all the dice that you already have on your mech, and you have to do them in sequential order. It can go up or down, right? So you could go 6, 5, 4, 3, or you could go 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you pull the dice off, you're going to do the sequence effect instead, right?
Oh, okay.
And Yeah, and you can move before each one of them, so you can move into range if you want to, right? So you could, move into range, and then you would do this, and it says you're going to do 1 damage plus 1 for each overheat that you have. So the more overheat you have, the more damage you do. Again, this guy likes to play with overheat. But you might want to start with the rocket, because the rocket says, hey, you get 1 damage plus 1 for every die in the sequence after, right? So the 6 would go first. You would get 3 armor, and then you'd come up here and you do this one. You'd say, oh, I get 1 plus 2, 3, because I have 2 more down there, and you do that much damage. If there's a cost, it's here. So you would also get 2 overheat after shooting this weapon, right? So you go through your sequence, you do all the effects, and then the dice get rolled and returned to the map at the end of it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there's a bit to it that's basically, I don't expect you to retain all of that, but that's essentially the game. That's essentially what's going on during the game. Whoever goes first, actually, it'll be me. It's whoever's on the west card. I only get one. I can't do a second action on my turn, but after that, I can. So, if you have any questions, I can answer them now. I can also just answer them as we go. Yeah.
What is the red? These buttons or tokens?
Oh yeah, sure. So as your health track starts going down, you see these little spots that have that exclamation on it. When you reach one of those, part of your mech has been destroyed, and you're going to take one of these and you're going to cover up one of your die spots, which is not good, but there's a catch-up mechanic in it, because when this is on here, you can treat it as if it's any die number you want. So it's going to help you connect your sequences. So for example, if you had like 5, 3, 2, 1, you could say, this is a 4, and I'm now able to connect that sequence. So you can treat it as any number you want. So it helps you catch up a little bit. But yeah, as you cross those, you're going to be destroying parts of your mech. Goal of the game is to reduce the mech all the way to 0 to win.
Okay, so when you run a sequence, it has to be 1 pip value, more or less. And then usually when you get a die, you get to activate it right away and activate during the sequence. But then this means that you only get to activate it during the sequence, correct?
It means, yeah, kind of. It's not exactly activation, but you get to use it as if it were any number in a sequence. It's not going to make an effect on that card, but it lets you tie a sequence together. Or like for this one, for example, this has 1 damage plus 1 for every die after. If you had another thing that was broken, you could say it was a number that was after, and you could increase your damage.
But you don't get to activate it.
Nope, you don't get to activate it. There is in the expansion, there is a upgrade that lets you do that, but not not in this version that we're going to play today.
Okay.
So yeah, let's see how far we can get.
Yeah. Can we do a quick break? Can you please tell everyone the inspiration to you designing this game, and like maybe a little bit of thought of how you put things together? I'm gonna go run to the restroom real quick.
Yeah, no problem. So I've been obsessed with mechs for quite a while. I love mech. I love mecha anime. Probably my favorite version of everything, weirdly, is an old original Xbox game called Steel Battalion. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend looking this up. It was this fascinating mech game that came with a 40-button controller that had like foot pedals you could do at the same time, and it really felt like a mech simulator. It was amazing. It's still pretty amazing. It costs like $500 to play. I don't have it currently, but I've been able to borrow it. So anyways, love mechs. Ever since I became a game designer, I wanted to make games about mechs. I have brought to various stages of polish about 12 to 14 different mech games that never made it over the finish line. And for various reasons, I might come back to all of them. Sometimes I just needed to be a better designer, more experience to figure it out. Other times it wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. And so once I started doing this whole world of mint tin designs, I came back to the idea. Well, what about a mech game and a Mint 10? And the restrictions, the component restrictions, as well as the play restrictions that happened with this, allowed me to come up with a game that I could finally finish it. So I love dice drafting and dice placement. That's where I started. Was this? I still had the idea of like a mech card surrounded by systems, and you're drafting dice, and at first all I had was the sequence idea. You were only going to draft, and then you were going to run these big sequences, but that made the drafting not very exciting. So, as it evolved, the idea of, first of all, drafting on a map was something new. Originally, it was more of like a Sagrada style snake draft, but, having an actual map you're moving around that matters is cool. Before, I had very much abstracted the whole concept of range. There was just one card that showed how far away we were from each other, and you could use fuel to increase or decrease that. So, yeah, putting on the map, adding the idea that when you draft the dice, you have an immediate effect, and then you can again pull off these big combos later, ended up being really inspirational for that. And then I have to give massive credit to my artist, Was Yang. He was also the artist for Super Snipers and Dice Clash from the last Mint 10 series. He is so great to work with. Honestly, whatever, he has such a great sense. I give him really the most basic idea, and he, comes up with something absolutely gorgeous. So, kind of the world that you see, I give him a lot of credit for fleshing that out with me. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's awesome.
that's the basics. Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
you are starting, right?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I am starting out. As for the Falcon over here, I know that my railgun does well when it's first in sequence, so I know I want like a lower high number. And honestly, I'm starting right here next to it. So I'm going to, for my first turn, simply take this black die, which gives me an armor right away. So that'll put me
Oh.
up to full armor. And I'm going to go ahead, and I am already at long range, so I'm going to shoot you for 3 damage, which
Rude.
you have 3 armor, so you're gonna be okay.
Okay, so I just lose the armor.
Yeah, you just lose the armor. Yeah,
Okay.
if it was more than that, you'd start losing health too. And because it's my first turn, I can't overheat to take a second action, so that ends my turn, and you
Okay.
are up.
Very interesting, sir. Okay, so I can gain resources. Now, when I gain resources, can I gain 2 of anything, or it has to be 2 different things? Let's see.
Nope, it can be any combination of 2. Typically, sometimes you want to do that. Most of the time, you're going to want to. So let's pick one. You're most of the time going to want to move and take a die. Moving 0 is an option as well. Like I did, just taking something. You could take the first die that's connected to you. You could teleport, get something else. It's up to you.
Okay, so I can move
Really quick with your
or
sequences, like I showed, you want this one first, which again means high or low numbers most of the time, and you want this one to go off when you have lots of overheat. And other than
okay.
that, it's up to you how you do it.
And I kind of want to overheat. So, let's see. Okay. I can move, take a die, and then move, take a die, right? If I overheat.
Yep, correct. Yep.
Oh, that's not connected though. Boo.
You
Oh,
do
it
have a
doesn't.
teleporter if
Okay.
you need it.
That's true. But that's also not what I want because I wanted a black die to shield myself. Okay. Change that to any number. Because if I teleport over here, is that a movement to teleport?
It's you would just have to flip your teleporter. That would you could continue moving after you teleport if you want to, but if that's where you stop, you would just grab one of the connected dice from there.
Can I grab the
It's
die
part of
then
a move.
move? I have to move before I grab a die.
You have to end your move before you pick up the die. Yep. Your
Okay.
movement is ended at the point you're choosing a die. Yep.
And okay, that doesn't. Okay, so I could do that and get that. And then. Hello. Oh, Jason says Battletech was a huge game for me back when it was City Tech, Aerotech, and Battletech. For
Ooh.
anime, the Macro Saga, Appleseed, and Gundam got me into mechs. Loves the theme to this day. Thank you for sharing your inspiration. So cool.
Thank you for
Yes.
sharing. Yeah, I hope you dig it. This was the game I wanted to make, so I'm excited
Finish
about
it.
it.
Um, need a 5. If I did this, I would get a shield for that, put that on. But then I would get an energy. That would be, I would be heat if I got. Oh no! Why did I do that? Okay, if I got the red one, that would mean it'd move up my heat, and then if I would
Yep.
move, I would also do another heat, but then I would get lose one of my energy. Um, yeah, but that would give me another
Oh,
shield.
yeah. I will tell you, like, heat will build up quick when you get to a sequence. So,
So
yes, you do more damage when you're at full heat, but you got to be careful. You'll also take a lot of damage. So.
okay, and then okay, then I'm gonna try this. So I'm gonna
Okay.
go here. I gotta spend one energy to do that. And then I am going to get a shield and
Yep.
this blue die.
Which cools you down, but you got nothing to cool, so no worries. And then you can put
Oh
that wherever
yeah,
you
I
want.
forgot. And then I need to do it there. So if I can, that one is a free hit and push, but that one is a what is that? Is that a
Which one?
the hammer is okay? Is a
Yeah, it would
melee,
do
but I could
3
throw it.
damage, and you'd push me 1 space.
That would not work. I mean, let's try this. Wait, if I
Okay.
place it there, I do it right away, right?
Yep. Yep. When you place it, does the placement action immediately.
And then
And then,
this one is a. Let's see. This is a Gatling gun that is. What's the range on this one? Oh, it's a same
medium range.
card.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that doesn't work
So you could
either.
still hit me. Yeah, it
Mm,
would be, well, it would do 1 less damage if you wanted to do it, and then you'd have the die on there for the sequence later. But yeah, the right now, range wise, the rocket launcher, but 4 might not be the best for it. You gotta, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do that and hit you for one.
Okay,
And then
so I lose 1
I'm
armor.
gonna increase my heat and
Yep.
take a second turn. And
Hmm.
I'm going to move her here, which increases my heat again. And I
Yep.
lose an energy because I used it to move. And then I ended here, so I gain that energy back.
You got it.
And then I'm going to pull this green die, which gives me another energy.
Yep.
And then I am going to do the gun.
Nice. Okay,
And that's
so
going to be
2 damage.
2 damage. Okay.
Got it. Perfect. Okay.
Interesting.
Pops back over here. All right, let's see. So I've got a 1 out there right now. That purple is actually perfect for me. I'm gonna slow walk it here. So spend a fuel, get it back. So I'm just not gonna do anything. I'll pick up this 1. The purple die allows it or any other die to be moved up or down by 1. I'm gonna change it to a 2. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, which is going to cool me 1. That doesn't help, but I do get an upgrade. And for the upgrade, I think I'm gonna work on keeping my armor up with you. So I will go ahead and upgrade my battle rifle with the plated armor. And so you can see it says, during activation or during sequence, those are what those 2 icons are. When I do anything with this card, so I place a die on it or remove it, I also gain an armor passively.
Okay.
So that helps there. All right, and then I'm going to overheat. By the way, my overheat ability is flight. So when I'm at full overheat, I can spend 1 fuel to go anywhere on the map. So,
Okay.
which is pretty cool. All right, so let's see. I've got a 1, a 2. Let's.
So you're gonna you overheat to do your second action, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna go. Yeah, 1 here. I get so I spend 1 fuel. I get an armor. I'm gonna pick up that green die, which will get me a fuel, and then I am going to. I am going to throw my sword at you. I'm going to go ahead and
Oh,
do that.
rude.
So that is going to do 2 damage to you, and that'll just hang out there until I pick it back up.
So it's 1 to my armor and then 1 damage to me.
Yep, if you're out of armor, correct. Yep. And that is it for me.
I see. I had a 6, a 4, 8, a 5. I could go. Oh no, that doesn't help me. Oh that. And then the 5 allows me to change this die to any number. But it would also do that to me. That's an energy. That's gonna allow me to activate. Okay, and then that would do that right away. Well, no, that would do that right away, and then that's when. Okay, orange farts. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move here for 1 energy. I'm gonna use my teleporter to go here, and now I can pick up the die.
Yep.
Okay, and I'll pick up the red die, which heats me up 1. And then I can change it to any number, so I'm going to change it to a 5. And
Makes sense.
then I'm going to do this one, which cools me down 1. And then I get to upgrade.
So yes, this can be a little bit AP of a part until you know what they are. But like I said, yeah, they each have 2 sides, multiple orientations. The only rules is if you see like these little symbols on here, you can see also the connectors on here. They can just only go to those types of weapons. If it doesn't have that, they can go on any one of them.
Okay. So let me look. This one is hit, and what's the red?
Yeah, so when you see this, that's overheat to your opponent. So it would do 1 extra damage to me, and it would give me an overheat when you hit me.
And then I can
It only activates
reactivate.
during sequences, though.
Oh, okay, and then this one, the bottom one, I can reuse in action a die.
That one is sorry, flip a die. So when
Oh.
you're placing a die on it, you can flip it, right? The 1 to a 6 or a 5 to a 2 or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. And then that one was switch a value of any 2 mechs. Okay.
Mech dice. Yeah.
That's a cooldown. This is a shield. I'm also gonna do a shield. And this can go to anywhere.
Yeah, any one of the outside systems. Yep.
Let's go here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you have to unlock the rocket to make it go underneath.
TTS. There we go.
It's funny the things that are like unrealistically easy in TTS, like shuffling, and then other things that are just so impossible. They're so much harder than they would be in real life, but yeah.
Okay, so I did my first action. I can overheat and do a second action. If I overheat and then let's see how many shields you have. You have 2. You have 2.
Yep.
What else could I do? I mean, I could do that first. That one is a.
So I will say, from this space, I am technically 1 space away for your Warhammer. As far as it looks, it's just
Oh,
1
interesting.
space.
That is interesting. From
You're technically in long range and melee range from that space. There are weird things that happen on the map with that. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna overheat, spend an energy, but gain back the energy by going over this one, and then I gain another energy for landing on that one. Then I can gain that purple die. And purple does plus or minus
You
to
can
any
change.
one of your die. I don't think I need
So
to.
it or any of the other ones, yeah, you got 3, 4, 5, 6 already.
Yeah.
So this one that you walk through here, that actually recharges your teleporter, is what that does.
I see. So I don't.
Flips it back. Yeah, that's not an energy. It's specifically, this thing gets flipped back over, so you can
It
use
was
it on a
just
future
green.
turn.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, it is pretty close. Yeah.
Okay, so then I hit. You are 1 away. No, you are 1 away, but I still have to throw this at you, right?
Nope. You get to, if it's 1 away, you get to keep the tracker. You only have to throw it if I'm more than 1 space away. So you're in range.
So I'm in range.
So you're gonna do 3
butt
damage, and you choose where to push me. So I'll go ahead and take 3 damage. 1, 2, and 1 health.
Okay, And where you land, do you get that energy
Nope,
back?
you only get. So you always get the path stuff. So if you push me through an overheat or a teleporter, I'd get it. Otherwise, no. Only on your turn at the end of your move do you get the space bonuses, and only the last space you go to.
Oh, I could overheat you though.
I don't
Right?
see a
No,
spot you can.
that's not that won't work. Never
Yeah.
mind. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna place you there.
There you go. Put me somewhere inconvenient. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
As
All right.
always.
So, all right, we're getting close to some options here. All right, let's see. So my turn. I'm going to. All right, I'm gonna move
I see the pencil
here.
separates the
Isn't that fun?
pathways. That's so
I'm
cute.
gonna teleport over here. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna grab this purple, and I'm gonna use it. I guess I'll turn it into a 4. And I am going to go ahead and activate my battle rifle. It's going to give me an armor, which is good because of the upgrade. And then I'm only going to do 1 damage because I'm out of range right now.
Okay. And then my okay, I don't have a shield, so I'm gonna take a damage.
Yep. Yeah. You'll see when we pull off a sequence that the damage really starts cranking at that point. And then I will overheat, and I will go 1 space. So spend a fuel, get a fuel back. I'm going to pick up this red die, which is going to overheat me again, but it's going to be set me up here. So I need a 3 is obviously the last thing I need. And I'm going to use that for, I think I'll use it for armor. So I'll gain 2 more armor. There we go.
Okay.
Your turn.
So my first action can never be to do the sequence. It's always the second
Correct.
action.
Yeah, it's always the second one, which means you could use the first one to cool too before you start a sequence or something, but or gain resources or whatever. But yeah.
So to start a
But
sequence, I have to overheat by 1.
Yep.
And then also, then I would do things in order.
You could also pick up a die for armor or fuel too. You still have 2 more spaces you can possibly fill. But,
And then I'm just trying to think. Whenever I do I'm going to overheat all of them. Okay. Which is bad because I would
when you
need.
do this one, it cools you too. So there's
Yeah. I need to cool down first. Because oh wow, but then I'm gonna I have to cool down a lot. I don't know if I can. See. I mean I could move through that, that's gonna cool me down 1.
So you only get the bonus from the space where you end your move. So
right.
so
Or
this
I
blue
could
die
do
though,
2. Yeah, and cool down 2. Am I in a thing? No.
Might not fit it in the sequence, but yeah.
And okay. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. Oh, then I'm gonna lose all energy. Uh-huh. And then if I lose all energy, then what's happened? I can't move. Oh, I would get 2 energy just from doing the regular this.
Yeah.
Aha.
You could have. Yeah.
Let's do this. I'm gonna spend 2 energy to move 1, 2. That gives me a cooldown for that one.
Yep.
And then I'm going to get this blue die.
Yep.
Which cools me down again.
Yep.
And then I'm going to, I guess I'll gain 2 energy. I feel like we're gonna start hitting each other. Am I gonna be able to
I think you're
hit?
gonna. Well, you could do your sequence and after you do this, right? Because you're gonna
Yeah.
be able to start a sequence. Yeah. So yeah, if you want the 2 fuel, yeah, you just place it there.
Cool. Or that's 3 shields. I'm gonna do the 3 shields. I feel like.
Okay.
I feel like
So it's actually two for the activation, but but if you use it during the sequence, you'll get 3.
Oh, that's
so, yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I have to heat up to do the sequence.
Yeah, and you start a sequence. So just a reminder, you can, if you want, and you're able, you can move before each die in the sequence. So if you want to get yourself in and out of range, you can do that. But
that's
right now you don't have any fuel, so go for it.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting. And this one I'm gonna get a shield. Okay, so I'm only doing the orange things then, right? Or no? No, I'm doing.
Yep. Yep. Yes.
Okay.
So when you pull the die off, you do this box, and then you pay the cost at the end. And sometimes it's positive, right? That one cools you, but yeah.
So if
But yeah.
I, okay, I'm gonna okay, let me lock you down. I'm gonna undo that. I'm seeing some combos
Retcon.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, retconning
Gotcha.
that.
All right.
It's
Okay.
a learning game. Okay, and then I
Oh yeah.
see
No
what
worries.
you're doing. Okay,
Even if it wasn't, that'd be
so
okay.
if when does my thing activate? It's when I hit that star. Does it?
Yep.
But does
Yep.
it
While
charge
you're
the
at that
effect of the
star.
next one?
Nope. Basically, while you're there, whatever attack you do, it also adds one additional damage to it. So yeah.
Okay, so let's do the 6. Oh, wait, I have. Did I move one?
I think so.
Okay,
Yeah. I think it would cool down quite a bit. So I think you're starting at 2.
okay.
All right.
So I'm doing this one.
Okay. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 damage, and
Yes.
then and you also get an armor.
And does that mean that
2,
I'm now
3,
here?
4.
Does that mean I get 4 or 5 damage?
Well, because this happens at the end, it's just the 4 damage for now. But
Okay.
future, yeah, it's while you're
Order of
on here when the damage
operations.
happens. Yeah, order of
Yep.
operations. Yeah, it's the sequence effect then the cost.
Got
All
it,
right.
got it, got it. Okay, so then I would get a shield. I'm gonna. Oh, hold on.
Shield or
I
fuel.
can
Yeah, okay.
move, though.
Yep.
And then this is the. I need to be on the same card. That one needs to be one space away. Same card, one space away. Where am I? I am one space away. Oh, I'm
Yeah, you're
on. Wait,
here.
no,
You
you're there.
go.
Okay.
You do
Okay.
got a teleporter next to you.
Yeah. So I'm going to move first
Okay.
and go here, and then I'll teleport
Yep.
here.
Nice.
And
Nice.
does that mean I get? Oh no, that's just a teleport. Okay, I don't get anything. Okay. Now I will do this one, which gives me. I think. Do I want energy or a shield? Let me think. I'm just gonna get a shield because I feel the attack
Okay.
coming back on, and then that
Mhm.
pulls me down too.
Yep.
Maybe. Well, no, that allows me to do both of these guns if I wanted to. I could do a gun, or I can get 2 energy. I guess I'll pew pew you.
Okay.
1 plus 1 of each. So I have 3.
Yep. So that'd be 3 damage there. Yeah. So and I am out of armor, so I'll take that directly. 1, 2, 3.
And
Okay.
then this is gonna increase that. Oh, I'm seeing the order of operations. I did that wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's learning. Okay, and then I'm gonna hit you for 3.
Yeah.
Move
3 damage,
you.
push me, and I take 2 overheat. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all pretty nasty. So 3 damage and 2.
And I'm
1,
now
2,
back to
3.
charged attack.
And since I only had 1 overheat to go, that's basically an extra damage as well. Yep.
I see. But now you can fly, right?
Now I can fly, correct? And then all the dice that you use, basically what happens is we roll them and they get returned. So the A, B, C's out here is basically priority. So if there's a blue, it goes to A before it goes to B, etc. kind of thing. So that's how they end up back on the
Got
board.
it. That one's there. Yeah.
There we go. Yep. Cool.
Okay.
All right, coming over here. So I'm at full overheat. I can fly. I could try to get a die and go for the trifecta. Do I want to do that? I'm going to need that eventually. Yeah, let me do that. So I'm going to spend 1, 2 to go here. I get my melee tracker back. I charge my teleporter. I spent 2, 1, 2, but then I gain 1 back, and I'm going to grab this green die, which is going to get me another 1 back. And it's not the number I need, but whatever, it helps for now. I will get fuel and a cool, which is really helpful because now I overheat and I'm going to run my sequence. So I'm going to start with a railgun. It says 2 damage, or if it's first in sequence of at 4+, which it is, you're going to lose 2 armor and then take 4 damage.
So that was 6 hit. Wow, that was 6 hits.
Kind of. If you didn't have armor, it'd still only be 4, but it's good, getting through the armor. So that's 1. Then I come over here. I get to choose fuel or armor. I'll take armor. I'll take 2 armor, and then it cools me 1. So now I can't fly. We come down to 3, which is going to get me an armor and a cool. And now we go to 4. So I want to be next to you or on the same. Okay, so I'm going to move at least 1. Yeah, I'll move 1 for now because that'll gain me an armor. And then I will do this one, which will gain me. I'm already at full armor. I'm going to do. It was 4th in sequence, so it's going to do 4 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And then last, I am going to move 1 more to get into range here. And I do the energy sword. So this one, it says I roll it when I do it. And let's see what I got. 1. Okay, only 2 damage, so that's rough. But
it does
yeah, there's
take off one of the things.
Yeah, exactly. So now you get to pick which one of these spaces you want to cover up. And I know, are we probably time-wise, we're probably close,
we're
right?
close, yeah.
Okay.
So we can do like maybe 1 more action.
Sure.
Like each. And then we will close it up. Because this was the longest one and we wanted to get through as many games as possible. But y'all are seeing what's happening.
We almost got through 4 games in 2 hours. So that's with teachers. So that's pretty good. That's yeah, no,
And
definitely.
said,
they've seen the sequence, they've seen the destruction. Yep.
Yeah. You said I can go through you if I what?
Oh, I didn't actually mention that. Sorry. If you want to move into my space, so if you use the teleporter, first of all, you just push me automatically. Like if you moved into my teleporter space, but otherwise it's 2 fuel to push me out of the way. Unless you have an ability that pushes, right? So if you grab that red, you'd hit me right away and move me out of the way if you don't want me there. So you have some options, but
I think I'm gonna grab this black.
Or that too, yeah.
Because I'm max. I want to hit you though. So I put that there. So I hit you for 4 because I'm supercharged, right?
Correct. Yep. 4 damage and you push me. So that is all my armor. Yep.
And I need to push.
Oh, I forgot to do I think I forgot my overheat on the battle rifle and the energy sword. My bad.
And I can't push you through me, so I just have to push you over here, right?
Yep.
And you get a shield?
Nope. It's not when it's not my turn, I don't get space bonuses, but I do any path bonuses you push me through do happen. That's
okay.
Yep.
I am at over things. So you know what? Oh no, I can't get anything because if I go over I'm gonna lose a health, but then I could cool down. Or gain 2 energy. Or gain 1 of each. That doesn't help me either. And then the purple die. Just moves. Okay, plus or minus. No, I just wanted to show y'all that you can push people out of the way and teach you how to move things. For my last turn. Let me see. I could do the purple die and change it to.
Oh, did we? I think we might have. Did we switch colors? I think I was actually black, right?
So I'm white. You're black.
Yeah. So you could have pushed me through the overheat, actually.
Oh.
And then you have different options.
I forgot. Yeah. Let's do that.
So that is a damage. I am 1 away from losing a part.
Yeah. Still not enough. I mean, I could. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna spend my last energy. I could get it back. I'll get a shield. I move in there. I will see how much damage you can deal with me. The purple die just allows me to change 1 number, right?
Yep. So or a different one.
I'll do this one to 3. Should I just shield
I
it,
think it was
y'all?
5, right?
Yeah, that was
I think
5.
it was 5. Yeah.
Shield 2 because I feel like the damage is coming. Or do I do... I think I might need to... You know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cool... Oh, wait. If I did that, I could damage you. It would be 3
And it gives you an
damage.
armor.
Huh?
Okay. Yep. Oh, but we're on the same card, so it'd actually be 2. You get the extra, but you're out of range because
Oh.
it's a long range
Let's
weapon.
just do this then.
Um,
I'll cool down
okay.
and get
And
a...
upgrade.
So we only get 2 upgrades the whole game?
Yeah. The thing is, whenever the way the rule is actually stated is you can take an upgrade card that you already have assigned and reconfigure it, so you can move them around
Oh,
also
that's
by using
interesting.
that. But,
Okay.
yeah. With there is a expansion that adds more mechs, the ability to play at 3 or 4 players, and it has 1 more upgrade card for each team as well. So, which means 4 more possible upgrades that do some different things, including like adding a magnet to your melee so you can retrieve it from a space away and things like that.
Okay.
All right, cool. Okay, and then you said this will be my last turn, right?
Yep. You're gonna try to do as much damage to me as you can.
That is correct, because I know I'm going down anyway. So, all right, so I got a 2 there. Well, all right. Well, while I can fly, I'm going to spend a fuel to fly, because why not? And then I get a fuel back because I land on it. I will grab this green, which will get me another fuel, and then I am going to go ahead and do my railgun. So that'll do 3 damage.
Okay. That's 1 shield and 2 damage.
Take a direct damage for overheat, which means I'm going to lose a part. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my armor section here, I think. And let's see. I will. Guess. Oh, I can't quite get to that, can I? Nope. Well, I can still fly though.
Yeah.
So how do I? Yeah. All right. Well, let's spend 1 to fly over here.
Oh.
And again, get the fuel back. I'll grab that red, which is going to damage me again. You can see how rough the overheat can get, but at least I can, do something. 1, 2, so I'll keep it at a 3, and it'll give me an armor, and it'll do 2 damage to you.
Okay.
Call it there.
Very interesting.
So yeah, basically you can see, 1 more sequence, things are going to wrap up more or less, very close to it. So typically that's about the length of the game is, two sequences worth, and plus some, additional little damage to take it over the top. So yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And then
Thank you.
The sequence is very interesting too, because I'm like,
that's kind of the key thing of the game, really. That's the meat, and each one of them is a little different. There's also a different map on the back of the cards you can do, and then like I said, I've got expansion ready to go. I don't have all the art for it yet, so I haven't been able to show it off as much. It's coming in as fast as it can, but yeah, there's new mechs, and it adds these little areas that are like elevated areas. So you literally flip over the mint tin, put the map card on top, and you can teleport up there and knock people off of it, so that there's more dice to get, and you can play 2v2. The 2v2 is amazing. It's so fun because that sequencing thing you did with your partner, now you can go back and forth. You can sequence together. So I do a 1, you do a 2, I do a 3, you do a 4 kind of thing, or I do 4, 5, etc. So you can kind of set up these, combos with your partner to take out the enemy.
Oh, that's interesting. But you would need 2 copies of the game, right? Oh no, it's 1 to 4. So.
Yeah, you need the copy and then the expansion is what you would need. So yeah, base game plays 2 players. With the expansion, it plays up to 4.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. Oh, that's really neat. Very interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah, this one definitely is. You're gonna have to play it a second time. As soon as you go through it, you're like, oh, that sequence. I was like, oh, I did it backwards, but I needed to do it backwards because I'm scared of damage. But don't be scared of damage, because then it might work out in your favor. You just gotta damage the other person more than you damage yourself.
Correct. Yeah. Even if you would overheat and destroy yourself, as long as you destroy them first, because that's the order of operations, you still win. That's in the rule book. So yeah.
Cool. So yeah.
Thank you.
So that is gonna come to Kickstarter on Tuesday of this stream, which is going to be the 24th of March, 2026. And like you said, you can probably pick up one or two or the whole series. They're all different. Like they all play very different mechanisms. So pick up the one that speaks to you. All quite fun. I think my favorite so far though is this hard drive right now.
Cool.
Just because yeah, it was interesting to deal with. But then like dice mitigation is very important. If dice hate you, then probably not the one for you, but that's an order might be the one for you. Very fun programming skirmish game. Uh, and then Mint Mix is yeah, I definitely want to try this a full game of that. And thank you Deadpan for the GGs. So everyone go check it out. The link is in the chat for you all. And then you can also find all of his games on BGG, so you can check out the series 1. Now for the Kickstarter, will you be able to add on series 1 tins to your pledge of the
Yes,
series 2?
I'm also doing reprints of Series 1, so they're all available. There's a mega bundle, which is like all the games, all the expansions, the carrying cases, and all the playmats. There's playmats for them too for like 250. So it's 12 tins and 4 mats and all sorts of stuff. So the mats are actually, I'll just mention that really quick too. The thing I do is so I bundle the games. So like Kickabout and Hard Drive are an action bundle. That's an order, and Mintmex is a war bundle. They each share one mat, so the other side of the mat does the other game. So you only need one mat for every 2 games if you bundle them that way.
That's really
Which is
cool. Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it was a suggestion from a backer from the first one because I did those as stretch goals, and I ended up going with the idea because why not? You have 2 sides to a mat. It really
Yeah.
doesn't cost that much more to produce them. And then what happened with that is during conventions, people would like a game, they'd like the mat, and I'd say, well, on this other side, if you also could play this game, and then they'd end up buying the other game. So it was a good idea.
And you pair them based on theme or based on
Yeah, kind of a little bit. This one's a little bit more loose theme pairing. The first one I had the battle bundle, which was kind of like the head-to-head, head-to-head style battle games, dice games, and then the strategy bundle, which was more kind of strategy games, a little bit more less luck in them. This time around, yeah, the pairing is more, I guess soccer and racing are sports. It's a bit of a sports bundle, but with a hard drive theme, it's a little, I just call it the action bundle. And then, yeah, war for the other one. So again, it also, though, a little bit more luck with a kickabout and hard drive, a little bit more, simple to get to the table, have fun. Losing's not too big a deal. And then that's an ornament max, or a little bit more battle of the brains kind of games. But, yeah.
And if y'all want to try these games, they will be at conventions. We talked about it. You said you're going to be at Gen Con and PAX Unplugged.
That's correct.
But you might be able to see some of these games demoed as well, even if they're not there selling their games. So definitely go check those out. We're going to go head over here and see who we're going to raid into today. It's a nice Sunday. I think everyone's out and about. Let me see. Kestrel is live and Silver Metal Tavern's live. Let's see. Kestrel's doing a music stream. Let's raid into Matt, even though I think he's playing video games, because he's always a late streamer and I never get to raid into him. So we're gonna do that. But Matt is, if you don't know, if you like Star Trek, we were talking about Star Trek either. He's an editor for Star Trek series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. So he has some
See,
cool merch.
with the newest one, Academy, or
not Academy. It was the other one. Captains? No.
Strange New Worlds?
Strange New Worlds. That's the one. I
Oh,
think.
badass,
Yes.
Matt. Oh, that's
Yeah.
such a good series. Yeah.
So you'll
Wow.
see
Okay.
his
Very cool.
setup is amazing. Like if you've never watched one of Matt's streams, definitely give it a watch because he has some amazing setup like lighting, special effects, really cool cameras just because he's in the industry. And so I'm always like learning from him on how to do certain things and ways to set up cameras and stuff like that. I need him to help me with my lighting though. But yeah, so it's very interesting. He has special effects. Go follow him right now, or go watch his stream right now, because then when we raid in too, you get to see the special effects. So let me just shout him out.
Okay. Okay. Very cool.
Silver
Yeah, I got to work on my lighting too. I'm not actually this red, if anybody was curious. This is not my complexion at all. It's really
Yeah.
funny, but yeah, I got to work on that.
Thank you, Jason, for being
I did
here.
want to mention one thing.
Yeah.
Yes, Jason, thank you. Also, if it wasn't obvious, we just played everything on TTS. It's all available to play on TTS too. That's open to everybody to check out, and there are links on my website to do that if people want to try the games.
Yep. And I'll be back next week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday on my usual times. Just don't know what I'm playing yet. So thank you, everyone. I hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. Thank you so much to Mr. McCown for joining me.
Good times. Thank you.
Yes. Please go check out the Kickstarter. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.
Bye.